Let's do it. Let's dance. Let's get up and boogie. Only 3 more weeks to go till the playoffs begin. Oh, it's would have been a short season, but a long season. How are we going there, Ted?
Mate, going very well, Bretto. This season has flown by. Can't believe we're in week 16 already. We're well into our semi-finals. It's all happening. And loving it, mate, and loving it. Bash is on. NFL's on the wind down. Pre-season over for a lot of guys. Some will be bashing, some will be having a break. Classic has opened up for all NRL and AFL fans. There's a pre-team picker. It's all happening here, Bretto. I'm loving it, mate. What about you?
Mate, I haven't even looked at NRL yet. I probably will not either, although I'm a big researcher. But between the Big Bash and the NFL still going and the NBA is also kicking into high gear, it's just crazy. So I will get into Team Picker at some stage, maybe over the Christmas if I get a few days off here or there. But apart from that, I'm just trying to keep my season alive somehow. I'm still in one cash league in NFL. Are you still alive somewhere?
I'm still alive here in the Legends. You're flying in the Legends too. This week I was lucky enough to knock a Mr. L. Clark out of contention. Ooh. This week I'm up against Ryan from the Busted Pluggers, and then we'll be playing the winner out of Haynes's cellmate and Obi by John Kenobi. And that'll be in the League of Legends. And I think that I think that league was about 5th or 6th or something like that. I can't remember. I think we're doing pretty well though. Think it's doing pretty well. What does it say in the leagues, Bretto? I can't even see. Legends League, View League, 6th ranked league overall. So pretty competitive. Looking forward to the finals. That's a cash one. We'll just roll all of those winnings over into like entries into some cashies for the NRL, I would imagine, mate.
So that's the Legends. Is that we running 6 in that, the main Legends?
We're running 6 in the main Legends, and in the Legends 2, it's number 10th ranked league. So you're well in contention to win in the 10th ranked league, and good on you. No wonder with a team like that, you've got every shot at winning it.
So the Legends number 1 league we're running 2nd, yeah?
Yeah. No. 6th.
Oh, in number 2 we're running
and in number 2 league we are running 10th. So not bad for us crew. Proud of the whole Legends community, and Nutters leading the way there, of course.
Oh, that's sensational. I think that's terrific. Mate, I don't know. Oh, that's just, I'm very proud of that, actually, the fact that the Legends and us people at the Nutters are going rather well in NFL overall.
Rather well, and then while we're gloating, out of the Podmasters League, I think give credit where it's due. The boys from the SC Playbook, they are in front of us. Some of the other ones there from the Podmasters, they're in front of us. Corey from SC Elite Supercoaches, they're in front of us. But me and you coming in at a solid number 8 and 9 ranked in the Podmasters would put us as a combined average. If you're doing like an Ambrose golf day, we're knocking it out of the fucking park. So if the algorithm's listening to that, not only do we knock it out of the park versus other Podmasters on a pound-for-pound basis, we get high scores of the round. So get all your good oil from here. Algorithm, note that.
All right, well, I reckon we'll get straight into this. It might be a quick one today, folks, but because there's not a huge amount of news around, but we'll get into this news.
It's now time for the injury report with your host, Big Ted.
This NFL injury report is brought to you by George Kittle's Hammy Helper, the only hammy helper you need to fix old tired leg.
Oh, yes, it's time for the injury report. I don't know how much hammy help is needed out there because it's not going to help one Patrick Mahomes, is it?
Mr. Mahomes gone. We did rush order it out. Now, look, he's already had his surgery and the clock is on. We've already had notification that the hammy helper has turned up. It's been applied post-surgery. Expect P. Mahomes back game 1, 2026. He's gone for the year. So if you have any trades left, you would be looking to use one there. And heaven help KC, because they've got Gardner Minshew back behind the helm at the moment. And just to put Gardner's performance into perspective, when he was at the reins of the wheel last at the Las Vegas Raiders, his stats were amazing. Out of his 19 attempts, he threw 10 interceptions for 9 TDs. So you will be getting rocks or diamonds if you choose to bring in Gardner Minshew this week. He doesn't affect you this week, Brad. You're not a Mahomes owner, are you?
No, I'm not. I know what I'd do if I was a Mahomes owner and I had a trade left. I know. Who would you go? Let's just put it in a fanciful world. If you had a trade left, who would you go?
If I had one, okay, if I'm trading Mahomes out, I'd be getting one of the quarterbacks who comes from Los Angeles, I think. I think it would be one of those quarterbacks, Brad. Got any got any visuals of the quarterbacks there? Got any like Stafford shots or anything, for those that are watching?
Geez, I might have look, what have I got here? There he is.
There he is. That'd be the guy I would put money on. Yeah, that'd be the guy I would go for. I think that the Rams are going to win it this year. Not that we talk, going the whole way to the Super Bowl, but I just like what he's doing this year. If I had a cheeky trade left and I was in the Mahomes situation, that'd be the guy I would bring in. Brad, what about yourself? Any favourites?
Yeah, I do. I still can't knock one Drake May. I still don't think he's even hit his peak yet. And I'm just about to bring up his next 3 games. Yep. It's just ridiculous. So, by the way, folks, if you've got anybody from New England, play them, for God's sake. Even Hunter Henry, whoever you got, just play them, because their next 3 games are Baltimore, absolute pus in defense at the moment. Even worse in defense, New York Jets.
Oh, yeah.
and then
Miami. And then Miami. They've already knocked off.
So, I mean, that's just crazy, isn't it? What a last 3 games that is. So, Drake May for me, definitely. But I do like Stafford. Has a bit of a harder road. Not Stafford. Stafford.
Well, look, I must say that I am a happy Drake May owner, and he will be starting for me this week. And on my bench last week, because I picked me 4 starting guns, I left Travion Henderson on the pine last week. Just for those that didn't watch it, if you have him, start him. Last week, 14 attempts on the ground for 148 yards, 10 yards per attempt, 2 tutties. He had 3 air yards. 3 in the air. He caught 2 of them for 6.5 yards total. So he's a dual threat. He'll be doing real real good things if you've got him on your team this week, mate. Put him in, Braddo. Put him in. Now, look, in other quarterback news, there was something about Jaden Daniels in out, possibly. Who knows? I'm starting looking possible, probable. Don't know much else about him.
Don't do it.
Well, they're just not feeding us the information yet. It's a game day decision. So who knows? Look at about an hour before kickoff. Drake London will be back. Drake London owners, right? So everyone who had Kyle Pitts last week, and it was all Kyle Pitts, like Kyle Pitts. It was the Kyle Pitts show last week. If you own Kyle Pitts, you won your league last week because of Kyle Pitts single-handedly. But watch it this week. They'll share it. It'll be 50-50. They'll be vulturing each other. It'll be poison. I wouldn't start either of them, mate. That's how I'm looking at Drake London back. If you've got him, start him, guys. But beware, Pitts could be well affected. In other news, Los Angeles Rams, Devontae Adams is gone. He's cooked, right? Which is all Puka. It is time to Puka. If you have him, put the C on him this week. That's the man. That is just like, I'm just thinking, Brad, if he played NRL, how many tries would he score if he was in a backline somewhere like the Roosters or Melbourne or heavens forsake, like Brisbane or something like that? He would just be just a freaking weapon, mate. Just pay the man and get him over here. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in the second row at a few clubs. I think in the second row he'd be dangerous, wouldn't he?
Oh, he just makes Sonny Bill look like a toy doll. Oh, I love this guy. Yeah, okay. In other news, Luther Burden done his ankle. He is cooked, right? On more Packers news, Christian Watson, chest injury, limited time, may play, may not play, who knows? That's him there. He's on the ground. He went off. He came back. Is he going to play now? They've got Jordan Reed back. It's a committee there. Oh, if you've got him, I would be steering clear. But really, really, really slick work there too, Brado.
That's Parsons on the ground there.
Parsons on the ground, which means that their defense is gone. That just means that their whole team is cooked, mate. They've got nobody there, right? He was their spiritual leader. That's just like taking Gallen out of the Blues and putting them up against that pack of inbreds. Anyway, on more news, moving on, more NFL related. Romo Dunze, scratched, gone. He's finally cooked. If you've got him, you unfriend us. Do not watch the show. We don't want to know you, right? Go away.
Hey,
go somewhere else where they love Rome, but we don't love him. He's gone.
I've got him.
Well, that's totally don't listen to what I say.
But I have no choice. I can't do anything with him.
Well, bench him, mate. He's a perfect loop option, mate. Perfect looper, Romy. New friend of the show again with new love for Rome. Loop option, Romeo is scratched. So too, 49er, right? Ricky Purcell can get shot with hollow points, but NFL football, fuck him, and he will not play. He's gone. Season done. He's gone. If you've got Purcell, another loop option. Also, troubled times down there at the Saints, right? They've got Devon Vele. He's got a fractured arm, so there's one of their wides gone. And Devon Sneaky Good Neal, which has been my cheeky pod, which has got me through all of the bye periods. Well, mate, he's gone now. He's at least out for a week. Hammy helper on its way. Might be back next week, may not. In other news, running back RJ Harvey, he is gone. Rib injury. you know what it's like, Brad, with a rib injury. You just can't play this game very well. So if you're a Broncos owner, you're going to be struggling without Harvey. Bam Knight. Boom. Bam is
Bam,
gone.
bam.
Gone.
Bam.
Bam, gone. Also, cheeky good Woody Marks, right? Like gone. Woody will not be there next week. Keep an eye out. Maybe plays, maybe doesn't. If he does, he's on a limited snap, probably out for a week. Maybe
who takes his workload? Because I tell you what, he was getting through a lot.
I will just one moment, if you bear with me. We will go and do this.
He was doing a massive amount.
On the fly, Woody Marks' replacements. It could be Nick Chubb, Jawad Jordan, Dare Ogunbowale could be the backups there.
Yeah.
I'd say what it'll be, it'll be Nick Chubb, because we all love a Chubb, and Stroud'll just be throwing it to Nico Collins all day, every day. If you have Collins, load up on him. If you have any trades left to bring him in, he's one of the guys which is like, he's pretty hot at the moment, Brado. He's pretty hot. In other injury news, Bayshell Tootin, the Tootler, he's gone. He's got a finger injury, middle finger injury. And if you have one of these injuries and you're trying to hide that ball, pretty hard to do. So he's out for the week. Apart from that, that's probably our fastest injury news session I can fly through this week. God bless you if you have any trades left, right? Use them wisely. I hope that you're flying up the ranks. Now, in just saying that, Brado, did you get greens or did you see some reds this week, mate?
I saw just a few reds, only dropped down a little bit, but it was my first week of reds for a long time. I haven't had some reds, but I know you've now passed me. You've gone past me in the ranking.
It will be, if you bear with me just one more time, because the season is very short. Gloating time is getting limited with only 2, possibly 3 more shows to go. Yeah, no, look, this week I got some small greens, 102 greens. I've gone up to just outside the 1,000, 1,146. I'm in the top 3%. Those guys which are higher and flying, good on you. The air's thin up here. I get real comfortable in thin air and love it, right? So I'm definitely looking for a top 1,000 finish, just with a little bit of kissing ass to the Supercoach gods and the algorithm. We might get there.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, as I said, I went the other way a little bit, which meant you zoomed past me, and now I'm just looking at your white backside as you flabber past me, and I've got to stare at that for a little bit, but maybe not. I only have to beat you by about 50 points odd this week, and we should correct that anomaly.
Yeah, look, you've got every shot at doing it. I'm a little bit worried. Why I'm a little bit worried is that I'm playing with one particular Mike and Wilson as one of my cheeky wide receivers. But it looks like Marvin Harrison Jr. could possibly be back. I don't know why they would fucking bring him back. I'll just put him on ice and go, you've been broken all year. Have a rest, because we've got Michael Wilson doing real good. Trey McBride, he's just having a monster season. I just wish that they wouldn't bring Marvin Harrison back. If they do, I might be struggling this week, but most of the teams which are up at the pointy end, we're all getting pretty much so cookie cutter. So there's only 1 or 2 players difference anyway, Brad. It's just a coin toss by this stage of the year, mate.
All right. Well, there's an early question, so I might as well. I was going to throw that one at you from Brendan Dance. G'day, Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I won't pay out on you for the surname. No, it's all right. I've got worse. Trust me. Thoughts on JSN for a sneaky captain's play? That is quite sneaky.
I think he's the number one wide receiver in the game. Whatever stats go, I don't care. I think he's the number one wide receiver in the game. You couldn't knock that as a play, right? You just couldn't knock it. Check your team lineups and see whether you can loop him, or I don't even know if he's an early or a late starter. There'll be like half of the population will be putting the vice or the captain on Allen. So if you're looking for a cheeky head-to-head win in a cash league, Brendan, that'd be a pretty good move.
It's a sensational, Ted. It's a sensational vice captain because they played first.
Oh, well, just load up. Just, mate, do it.
Vice captain, man.
Yeah, do it, Brendan. Do it. Well, look, last week he was out there for 92% of the offensive snaps. He was only targeted 9 times. 7 of those he caught. So he's just got such beautiful hands, mate. You know, he can catch. Made 113 yards at 12 yards per attempt. There's only Kenneth Walker, Rashid Shaheed, who's an afterthought, and Cooper Kupp, who's even afterthought. So it'll be the double ender of Walker, Charbonnet, and it'll be all JSN. So if they're the first game of the week, mate, a load up.
All right, and we've also got Rendell Licky. G'day, Rendell.
Cheers, brother.
I'm not sure whether Rendell's looking at us on YouTube or he might be on Facebook. I'm not sure which
it's
one.
It's a Facebook one there.
Oh, yeah, it's a Facebooker. Yep. Well, g'day, Rendell. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Thank you very much.
You're starting to tune into us towards the end of the season, brother. Should have been here at the beginning.
Year, mate, lock it in, pencil it in, mate. The Nutters will be back, and we'll be there. There will be new sponsors of the show. There will be more like interaction with the audience next year. We're going to break the internet.
And we might even get an interview or two. We've tried to get a few this year, but we see if we can get some. But many thanks, Rendell, for tuning in, man. Really appreciate it. All right, so I guess we might as well cop on a few other questions. I do have a couple. Supercoach God and legend himself, Bergs. He says, here's one for you, for 17 million or under, who is a player for me? Doesn't matter what position, just the best run that's left. Well, I think Nico is under 17 million. I think we both answered it before, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, who would?
Yeah, Nico, get a load of this. Nico is 16,916,000, just under 17 million.
Beautiful work. Well, there's your answer, Bergs. That'd be your guy. The only other guy I would be thinking about would be someone that plays for the Pats, right? Because they're run home, like as mate, we just mentioned, they are just up against the broken asses of the competition. How much is Henderson, by the way, Fredo? If you don't have Henderson at 16,800,000.
Yeah, 16,800,000, yeah.
There's another nice juicy one there. So Bergs, get on board one of those guys, mate. I think that would just like that'd like tidy you up for the run home, mate. Yep. Fingers crossed for you too, mate. It's been a fun season.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else. If you wanted to pod move, and this is crazy, I know, but if you wanted a pod move, a CJ Stroud at 16 million, it's fucking crazy, but you're still going to get about 30 odd points, all right? So you're going to get something, but he does have quite a high ceiling, because if he nails a few of those passes that he can do, the only problem is you hope he doesn't throw away too many intercepts and just does crazy stuff like CJ Stroud can. But CJ Stroud could be an option there, Ted.
Well, look, the other one, which I was just thinking on the fly then too, I think that someone which has been carrying lots of their fantasy managers quite well on his very broad shoulders would be Travis Etienne. Once again, last week, he was just on fire, like someone like him, I think he'd be a nice, cheeky little pickup too, with his 59 points last week, falling in at 16,600,000 Bergs. So there's three of their best, mate. I don't think you should try harder. That's them to you on the plate.
Bucky Irving, probably my other one, but I think we've mentioned better than old Bucky, but Bucky's certainly around about that price point as well.
Yeah,
very Etienne-like.
Yeah, very Etienne-like, but see, with he only scored 15 fantasy points last week for like owners. I'd rather get on, mate. The iron's hot there at, mate, Jacksonville. Get on board there, mate. I just think that they're still playing with a little bit of, like, pride, So them, or I like the Travion Henderson because they're finally starting to use him. And Drake May is just fizzing, mate. So they are my calls, mate. Get on board there.
I like that. I hope you like them, Bergs. I know he will be either tuning later or he will be listening now.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of guys listen live, but, mate, plenty of guys like their podcasts. Of course, they can listen to it at work, and, they can always go over and, like, rewind it when I'm bumbling me way through, so they can flood the inbox and go, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Big Ted? And I always get back, mate, and I always get back to him, Braddo.
All right, now a question coming in from our French connection. These are from, we go everywhere. We ever go to France. Darren Lee Bosson. Darren, who to VC, JSN or Puka Nacua? We just about spoke of it just a little while ago, but we'll go into depth of it a little bit more right now because, like we obviously said, JSN having the first game is very hot. The problem with Puka, I think he plays at exactly the same time. Let's have a look. Where are they? Oh, no, he plays at exactly the same time. Yeah, so he plays the first game as well. My God, what a crackerjack game that is. Seattle versus LA Rams, mate.
Should be a cracker. Well, look, if I just throw me 2 cents worth in fast, if we come back and have a look at Jackson Smith-Njigma's yardage last week, 9 receptions for 113 yards and Sam Darnold chucking him the pill, right? And if we then go to Puka, I think Puka's yardage was considerably more, Brad. If you bear with me, here it is here. 181 yards with 11 attempts. So he's seeing more pill. Puka's seeing more pill. Getting more receptions, making bigger yardage. He was receiving 16 minimum yards per attempt last week. So he is your deep threat. He's your scorer. He is, like, if you play chess, he's your queen or he's your knight. He is one of your strike weapons. I'd like to think it's a coin toss and make the best decision according to your team, Darren. But definitely VC him and have a free swing, and that's why we hope that the VC loop never gets taken out of the game because I need two cracks, and I usually don't even get them right, but it's so satisfying when you do.
I'll be on Puka. I'll put it straight up out there. So if my opponents are listening, watching, you know what I'm doing already. I'll be going to Puka. Don't forget, because they got the added bonus. Although it doesn't matter so much of American sport, it matters a lot in Australian. But they are at home. The Rams at home are better than on the road. I do like, and the fact that it's a really competitive game, I think. Yeah, I like Booker. Man, I'll go in.
Absolutely. Well, look, last week there was a whole swag of us go CMC's the guy laid up. He's due. He's going to deliver for us, which he has. Like he's going to get 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 air yards this year. So that is your MVP as far as I'm concerned. But he let us down last week. So, mate, do you know what? I'm even thinking I'm just going to be as cheeky as maybe. Of course, I'm taking on Ryan from the Busted Pluggers, who's like flying somewhere, like he's in double digits, I think, or he's in single digits for his total points. Where's he? Yeah, coming 771 outright. I just might take on the 77 ranked player and put the captain straight on Pooker, Brad. Just have the balls to do it and just go, he's that good, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Now, talking about McCaffrey, you just spoke about him, so
Yep.
I might as well throw this one at you. Now, McCaffrey plays last. Do you think he is a good captain's option versus Old Man Rivers?
Old Man Rivers. Okay.
What do you reckon?
All I'm saying is that Christian McCaffrey is capable of tearing anyone to new ones. Like, if there's someone more awesome than Cam Scatterbo, it's Christian McCaffrey, and he's done it for year in, year out, year in, year out. I couldn't knock it, Brad. He did let us down last week, though, only delivering 29 fantasy points for owners. Not good enough, right? Not good enough. Last week's points just could have been like, Kyle Pitts, 80, Amon Ra, the Sun God, 69, praise the Lord. Trey McBride, 62. Just like put it on these guys which have got really good matchups. And I think this week it's a risky one because that's a tough matchup, Brad. That's a tough matchup to Captain Pooker. Maybe I'm going to backflip on my own words there and I just will VC him and look at someone cheeky later.
Well, Josh Allen, just so people, we might as well have a look at a couple of these matchups. He's got the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns' defense is not too bad. And don't forget, this will be at home in Buffalo in the friggin' snow. So, how do you feel about his, how does he look to you, old Joshy?
Oh, well, look, he's just Mr. Amazing. He is, I've got no doubt now with injuries, current injuries, he is now the clear number one quarterback in the league. Burrows has showed us all this year that it's not him, right? We've all been let down by Lamar. Actually, can I just do this one little thing for Lamar owners? Ready?
It's a visual joke. I'm not going to tell people on Spotify.
That's what it's been like for Lamar owners this year.
What the visual joke is.
That's what it's like, gagging on Lamar all year. So I do definitely think that it is Josh Allen, right? But like, honestly, I think looking at it now, with a Monday 2:20 game, Drake May could obviously be like the in plain sight captain Drake May if you have him this week. Have a couple of cheeky flings. Put it on McBride. Put it on Jamar Chase. He's due. My goodness, Chase caught like 3,000 balls last week. Did everything but catch one in the red zone.
Yeah,
like tried hard and just fell short. So like just have your free swings. Like Amon Ra, jump on. Hey, AJ Brown playing on Sunday. Remember, there's a Sunday game this week too, people. Don't be caught out. There's a game on Sunday, right? Do not be caught out. Cheeky opportunities might be there with like if you've got Hurts, I don't know why you would, but maybe you do. Cheeky, put a captain on him or a VC because he's been rubbish all season. They are due, and that's what will split you and put you up into the top 1,000. These are the moves which super coaches have got to make.
Now another one from Darren. He's obviously still listening. Cheers, Darren. We love it, man. Devontae Adams to Mike Evans. Now I'll just put my bit in quickly first. It leaves him with 2 trades. A, sensationally, he got 2 trades. Friggin' fantastic. B, Mike Evans. Now watching him last week, man, I was impressed. For a guy coming back, playing for virtually nothing, but he played with his heart on his sleeve and he tried his absolute guts out there. So that was my impression of him. What do you think about Devontae Adams, Mike Evans? What was his share like there?
Well, his share last week was he was out there for 55% of offensive snaps. So they are still giving Amika a fair look, right? And he did overachieve. Mike Evans is 32 years of age. He's 6'5". He's a monster, 231 pounds. So he's like, what's that, like 105 kilos or something like that. So he's a big human, right? But I think that they just might have like highlighted him to say, you're still the alpha. We're going to feed you. But this week, I see more of a game script where, like Baker, he's just going, Buck, here it comes, buddy. Bucky Irving, Rashid White will be a 2-headed sword. And then they can bring in Sean Tucker for the 4th downs, and they will share it with Amika and Godwin. And then you can't rule out their tight end, Kate Otten. I think bringing Mike Evans in, you've just got to have love for Mike to do it. I would look at another move. That's unless it's just what you want to do it. But I think there's probably players which can deliver more.
I'll tell you what, that's a really great point there about Mike Evans there. That was I'm just going to have a look at his price here because I don't think he's cheap. I think he dropped a little bit, but Mike Evans.
Let's go find him. Good Evans, Mike. Go to the Bucks. Players.
Mike Evans, he's 14.8, so he's actually pretty cheap. So excuse me for that one. I sort of got that a bit wrong. But yeah, he's pretty cheap there still.
Well, this is my question if you're listening live, Darren. Who are you? Who's your quarterback and who's your flex? You know, like, have you muscled up there? Have you got Drake May? Have you got Allen? You know, like, if you've got Lamar, these are like, some more information it'd like really be nice to know. But I think Mike is good, but I think he's a alpha, but he's old. There's only a few games to go. I just don't like it.
All right, I'm going to put a couple of names to you that are around about the same price. So get ready with your hot little fingers on your keyboard there. You might have to look these ones up. But I have been mightily impressed with Christian Watson since his return for Green Bay. He's about the same price. He looked to me like he's getting a fair bit of ball. How's Christian Watson looking?
Yeah, I thought he was looking like he was on the fucking ground and he was on our injured report list.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Christian Watson, chest injury. He was limited. I don't like the play because they've also... Okay, yeah, no, look, he's not a play this week, Brado. Let me just go into Christian Watson. Right. And what does it say on the Raiders? It says about Christian Watson, he was in line for limited practice this week. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur said Wednesday that Watson chest-shoulder injury is expected to practice limited capacity. So if he's limited, well, they've got Romeo Doubs there. They've got Jaden Reed. Christian Watson was only their 3rd stringer anyway. I don't like the play personally. I would steer clear of him.
What about Ted McMillan?
Well, Ted McMillan, here we go. On my team, of course. Last week, if I can get back to him, my team. Last week, he delivered owners 7 points a very underwhelming 7 points. He's got a break even of 43 this week. There is no news for Ted McMillan owners. Move on.
All right, Chris Olave, who's probably almost my pick because he's going to get an awful lot of the share of the ball there now.
Oh, one moment, I'm a speed typer with one finger. Chris Olave. What the latest news on Olave says, it says Chris caught 6 of 9 targets for 85 yards and a touchdown in the Saints win over the Panthers. So he will get lots of ball now because they've got Devon Vele out. Chris Olave is the clear number one wide this week. If you've got him, bring him in, play him. Cheeky, good move. I would prefer a lot more shares in Olave than I would in any Buccaneer this week. Also, Devin Neal being out, it will leave Alvin Kamara as the clear number one and probably Audric SDM or Estime as the backup there. So, definitely buy shares in Olave over anyone coming back for the Bucks.
All right. Love your work, boys. This is from Matt Knight. Love your work. Thank you very much, Matt. We love it. Is Rashid Rice, I'm an earner, a sell? Man, I reckon he probably could be, but that's just my gut feeling, only because they're gone. They're knocked out of the race. And anybody that's knocked out of the race so far this year has a puss week the week following that they get knocked out. That's just my gut feeling. But what does your stats tell us about Rashid there?
Well, my gut instantly says Rashid Rice will be standing there looking like a teapot, going, Gardner. And if you can read between the lines, he'd be going, oh, and that's what he'll be doing all day. And Gardner will be chucking out these pick sixes and these nice intercepts, and it's just going to be ugly. Mate, the only good thing happening at KC will be the Gator Lime, all getting barbecued up at their tailgate parties. That's it. They are on the drink now, mate. Season cooked. Sell any shares, mate. Travis Kelce, pack it up, mate. Hall of Fame. Go and get married. Go and do podcasts. Go and do dude on dude podcasts or whatever you want to do. But game over. Sell all shares in any kind of KC players. They're cooked, mate.
Now at about the same price as Rashid Rice there, Matt, is of course AJ Brown, just a little bit more expensive. If you can't afford him. We've spoken about him already a gazillion times today, Nico Collins.
Yeah.
So, you can actually, and you've got 2 trades. I would just do it. Rashid Rice, Nico, every day of the week. Go ahead and do it.
Matt, this is a question from the Nutters and especially me. What's the remedy? How do you, abstain from trades? Do you have a pulse? Are you real, Matt? Are you real? Are you a bot?
Look, another one. Look, they're not all like us. They don't burn their trades all at once. And Darren is another one because he's got 2 trades left. He was answering your question from earlier. He said Allen and Williams are his flex all year.
Allen and Williams.
I'm assuming that means Caleb.
Yeah. Well, that's ballsy.
Yeah, there's a few Williamses there. Caleb hasn't been going that bad of late, actually. He's had a good late. Yeah.
Their whole team's just been chugging along sneaky good, because they're one of these less fancy teams, like they were one of the original teams and they were always good, and then the new teams were shit, and then the new teams became good and the old teams were bad, and now it's sort of balancing out a bit. Yeah, because it's only been going for 57 years since the Super Bowls have been going, and a few years before that. So, just in comparison, our league over in Australia, if there's anyone listening over there from America, our league's been going for more than 100 years, and mate, get on board and watch a bit of NRL next year. I think you'd love it.
Oh, 100% love that. Trav from League of Inches. G'day again, Trav.
G'day, Trav. G'day, Trav. I've listened to the first drop pod this year for the NRL. Very exciting times, Trav.
Good stuff. Do check out the boys over at League of Inches. Always very good. And yeah, Darren says, yeah, it's Caleb.
Caleb,
So,
yeah. Oh, well, that's a nice sneaky choice. That's a nice choice, Darren.
So yeah, I probably wouldn't touch your flexes or anything like that.
Nah, keep it there.
But I think we pretty much answered. We weren't into Mike Evans. Look, he might come out this week. This is what fantasy or Supercoach is all about. So you can recommend our or listen to our opinion, and it could be worth shit. You know, who knows? But there is certainly proof and evidence there that maybe Mike Evans it does have a lot to share. He's sharing the ball with a lot of different wide receivers, tight ends,
a lot of mouths to feed.
Oh,
I think they did welcome him back, saying, Mike, we've missed you, Mike. Here's a little share. Here's your highlight reel for the year, because you've always got to have one, because he's going to be one of these players which is a Hall of Famer, and they want to have footage every single year of Mike doing good shit, right?
Yeah.
Because it looks good for the game. The NFL knows how to make a great production, and they don't like gaps in the timeline, but they do like to share it around. And their rookie, I think he's due again, mate, and a Buka all day for me, mate. Younger, faster, better, and less breakable.
And yeah, to Matt's original question, he said his rice to sell. He said he loves our work. Thank you, boys. Nico was the top one. I don't think you can go wrong going from. Look, Rice could come out and get 2 touchdowns, like I said, but logic tells you that he's not. And as I said, every team that gets ruled out of the playoff contention the very next week, they've been absolutely rubbish. Every single one of them. It's been very. Yeah, so do look at your matchups, everyone. There hasn't been a lot of joy. There's been a little bit of joy here and there, but there hasn't been a lot of joy in teams that are now playing for nothing. They really are just sitting there treading water, doing the old Australian crawl, as you like.
They're on Mad Monday already, mate. And mate, these ballers, they get paid such good money, mate. Their Mad Mondays just must be amazing.
Mate, can you imagine it? Oh, no, I can't actually.
Bretto, the only rule I would have when you come to Big Ted's Mad Monday is that all mobile phones get turned the fuck off and they get put in my fucking gun safe, and you're not getting them back until you're fit to leave, right? There's no social media in the skiff.
All right. Trav said, yeah, get around it, mate. Team Picker is live. Yes, I don't know if we did mention that, but Team Picker is live for NRL. People start getting into it.
Mate, hey, Bretto.
Yep.
Honestly, as soon as it was opened up, I'm checking the inbox, and there's already rate my teams. I'll rate my team. I'll rate my fucking team. Ready? Oh, Trev. Hey, mate, the League of Inches been flooded with rate my teams. Can I send you mine in, Trev? You to rate mine for me? I think mine's cracker fucking jack. I love it, actually. But, rate them now. Let's get a Rate My Team preseason special happening for all of those nutters out there that just fucking are itching and fizzy.
Oh, give me a break. God, rate my team already. All right, now talking about that, other sports, we'll just do a quick 5 minute before we tune out because we're just about finished. Your BBL Supercoach is also going. BBL Supercoach is also going. NBA, I'm in all of them, but how's your BBL, though, has been exciting. How's the BBL going?
You know that song, Hello Darkness, My Old Friend? Well, that should start playing right now. So, because I'm old, right, and the time zones are a bit different, I'm needing a nap, so Big Ted's snoring in the back of the skiff, right? I've got all my guns there, I polished them, I'm snoring. I wake up, it's pissing with rain. I haven't got my glasses. The internet's quite fucking slow on me twisted dial-up pair, and I'm dialing in and I'm plugging me modem in, right? I trade out Jack Edwards. I put Dwarshus on the bench. I can't loop him. I bring in Shahid Afridi, put the captain on him for his -1, so I get -2. It couldn't have been any fucking worse. But see, to me, the Big Bash is just a bit of fun, it's just a bit of fun for me. I'm gutted. I'm mortally wounded. But cricket's just like one of those games where you can be like Bradman and walk out and get a buck and duck, even if you're the best. So I figure, well, I've sucked 3 or 4 duck eggs. I'm about 550 points off the pace. I'm 218 points with a projected of about 600. So guys will be about 1,200 points flying. And I'll go, well, that's Supercoach, and don't sleep in. Don't blame anyone, Big Ted. Just come back and show them what good coaching's about.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's your challenge I'm going to put to you, Big Ted. You've already been number 1 this year overall in NFL in a week, right? So you've already taken that number 1 gong there. You still, although you might not be able to take out the overall number 1, you might have killed yourself already, you still can spoil it for somebody by taking out the number 1 in a week. Well, so that's your challenge.
The mantle... Look, challenge accepted, right? Challenge accepted. I think I've got every opportunity to do that now, right? Because my season's doomed, right? And just to promote the show, the algorithm, you can keep chipping away, being Mr. consistent, always bringing your A game. I just might snipe one of those late double rounders where there's the most double rounds, and I just fill me team up and I snipe it and I just come home with a wet sail, and the algorithm will be like it's had blue pills and it'll just love us all next year. And mate, we will break the internet, mate, because I'm going to do it.
Oh, I love your work. Trevor said, just remind everyone last week, number 1 score, Big Ted.
Number 1, Trav, mate, unbelievable. It's something that, just they're like hole-in-ones in golf, Trav. If you play long enough, get good enough and keep your head down, you can get half a dozen easy, they just happen. You just accumulate them, and I'm prepared to take it. Broad shoulders, I'll wear it well.
Oh, I call bullshit on that one. I've been playing golf for over 30 years, although I'm still not good. So maybe that's why I can't get a hole-in-one.
Hey, Trev, just so you know this, I think that there's some shows where I used to watch people that if they were the goat of the week, that they would wear their hat like this, wouldn't they? And they go, yeah, baby, I deserve it. I'm allowed to wear it like this.
Oh, too good. All right, Ted, I think that's just about it for us. You got anything more to say tonight?
Be good to your mothers if you've still got one. If you gamble responsibly. If you've got this far, like the show, share it, subscribe. Merry Christmas. Be safe, everyone. Good luck to those in their head-to-heads. Not much else there's left to say, Brad, but it's been a pleasure and the season's gone so fast.
I don't know whether it will be on Thursday next week because I think Thursday next week is Christmas Day. But I will get back to you when we will be on. We will be on at some stage. I'll be in Melbourne for the Boxing Day test. I don't mean to rub it in, but I'll be down there. We'll get back to you and do see our socials, and we'll post up a time or sometime when we do get to preview that round, because Boxing Day around there, it will be a huge round of NFL. They love it. They love splitting up their round about that time of year and have games all over the shop. So we'll try to get all over that for everyone. Until next week, we'll see you later. Rage trade your ass off and be safe.